I have a new book, and it's all about my favorite kind of cocktail. Sours, with more than 100 recipes by Philip Green. This book came out earlier this year, in 2025, and I'm a big fan of it so far. There are tons of recipes in here, new and old, significant and historic. I'm a design guy, and I love the layout, the look, the fonts, the colors, and all that. But if you look at any recipe in this book, any cocktail, there are no pictures of them. Not one. And I kind of love that. There's no colors, no garnishes, or glassware to imitate, just the drink itself. While there are over 100 cocktails to choose from, there was one that I just had to make. A drink I've already made here before, the Bahama Mama. I have a love for this drink, and not the actual drinking of the drink, but the background of it. I did a longer look at this last year, and it's actually one of my favorite videos that I've done so far because I didn't know that much about the Bahama Mama. I also cast this aside as being a bad drink and assumed it was something created by or for a place like Applebee's, but it's not. And the background of it is fascinating, including some background that's additional to what I knew that I found out in this book. The recipe that I shared in that video was the oldest printed recipe that I could find, and it was not from the Bahamas, and it was not from the hotel or the hotel chain that created the drink, but from a restaurant in Florida, and it was the orange curacao style recipe. Other recipes use Nassau Royale liqueur, which has been discontinued, but the one today is the coffee liqueur variety. The recipe is the same one that you can find in the Oxford Companion to Spirits and Cocktails and was provided by Martin Cate. So there are really 3 versions of the Bahama Mama that are and were popular, and I'm just making one today, but that 3rd version that I haven't covered yet, I will cover sometime very soon. And if you were to have all 3 versions in one night, then you might want to start your night with ZBIOTICS. ZBIOTICS pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make ZBIOTICS your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. So click the link in the description or use the QR code that you see on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order. Plus, ZBIOTICS offers a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're not satisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Now, this is a drink with a lot of juice and not a lot of booze, and it kind of falls into those resort drinks, those Applebee's chili-style drinks, but I don't want to change it because I've never had this version of it, but I want to help it and will it into an existence of being good, possibly great. So I'm going to sub in some better quality ingredients. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little higher strength Kahlua. It's just Kahlua Special. It's a little bit less sugar, a little bit more robust of a coffee flavor. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to use Malibu or be tempted to use Malibu, but I'm going to use this tiny little bottle of Clement coconut liqueur that I've been holding on to for a while. The last and final thing I'm going to do is, since this only uses a little bit of rum, I'm going to use rums that I like and rums that I enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started on this. I'm going to shake this one, starting with half an ounce of lemon juice, 4 full ounces of pineapple juice, 1/4 ounce of a coffee liqueur, half an ounce of a coconut liqueur, half an ounce of dark rum, and then I'm going to save 1/4 ounce of rum for a float. I will garnish with a slice of pineapple with a cherry and an orchid. So there you go, the Bahama Mama with coffee liqueur. And last but not least, our 151 rum float. Really kills all that foam, which is why I saved it to the very end. So let's try it. Place your bets whether this will be a negative or positive experience. Cheers. All right, so that's a positive experience. It tastes really good. It's not super complex. The rum is kind of lacking there, but there's a nice sweetness from the pineapple juice and the coconut liqueur. But then we didn't add any syrups, so it's not overly sweet. It's just a sweetness there from our juice as well as our liqueurs. I guess I kind of get the coffee in the background there. Coffee and pineapple or Kahlua and pineapple pair nicely, but having just a little bit in the background there gives it some backbone. But the coconut liqueur probably matters a lot. I have not made this with Malibu, so I couldn't tell you what that would be like. The rum is lacking though, but that's not what this drink is supposed to be. I think if you upped the rum a little more, you'd have something that is even more delicious using pineapple and coconut and rum. But overall, this version of the Bahama Mama is tasty and refreshing and lower ABV than I think what we're used to or accustomed to. But it's not like a typical drink that I would imagine being served at a hotel like this that would generally be overly sweet, overly syrupy. So if you're kind of comparing it to the rest of those styles of drinks, it's up there. It's delicious. So there you go. The Bahama Mama, the version with coffee liqueur, it's really going to come down, I think, to that coconut liqueur you're using, making sure that it is a nice, clean, vibrant coconut flavor and not cloyingly sweet or something that tastes artificially. That's going to be up to you to figure out. That little bottle of Clamato I have, it's delicious. So if you have that, I would use that. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to support this channel more or join my Discord, check that out on Patreon. Otherwise, see you in the next one.